Merry Christmas and welcome to Panfish Nation. My name's Mark from the Catfish and Crappie YouTube channel, co-host to Mr. Lyle Stokes. How you doing, Lyle?
Hey, Mark. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. It's the holiday season. Look at me. I even wore my hat for everybody today.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. And I'm not going to say what I said about that before the show. Holiday show, Mark. Keep it together.
I got to say, if people knew the things that was said before the show starts, and I mean right before the show starts, it would be like comic relief.
Mm-hmm. That's that bait shop show. That's not us.
That's right. Oh, man.
Oh, man. We're a little cutting edge. You know, we should start a politics show, you and I.
I'm on board with that.
Grumpy old conservatives, we can call it.
That it would work. You know, we've often talked about doing a cooking show. We need to do a live one time when you're out at your smoker doing whatever it is that you choose, and I'm out at mine doing what I choose, and we'd just have a big time doing that. I think we've talked about doing that. We probably need to do that at some point.
I've been meaning to head over to Costco and get me like a big old not a prime rib, but a whole side prime rib roast, you know, cut off a few steaks and then smoke a prime rib and cook the rest of it off. But you know, $250 is a lot of money for meat for just me and the wife. So
well, you know, you could always invite your brothers and your dad up there.
You guys are always invited here, Pops. Always invited. Even Chadwick's invited to come up here.
Oh, man.
So what do you say I say hello to some of the people in chat?
Let's do. They're piling in pretty quick now, Mark.
There they are. Brian B's in the house. What's going on, B? How you doing, bud? Dan Thompson, channel supporter. What's going on, Dan? Greenwell Fishing in the house. How you doing, Mike? Greg Burgess, forgive me. Greg, what's going on? James Alba, hopefully you're feeling all right, James. There's Joe Buck 66. Joe, I hope you're doing all right, bud. He's a channel supporter. Mark Barnum in the house. What's up, Mark? How you doing? Robert Modlin, how you doing, Robert? Sean Abney, and there's Josh, the weekend angler. What's going on, Josh? How you doing?
He says, this is opposite day. You're wearing my hat.
I wear this hat every year. Everybody keeps asking me, did you go out and buy it? I bought this hat like 8 years ago.
Hey, Greg, how you doing? Thanks for saying hello. Appreciate it very much. Merry Christmas, Mike Greenwell.
Merry Christmas, Cindy. How you doing? You're going to have an open mic on Monday on Catfish Weekly, aren't you, Lyle?
That is true. Yes.
I might be home to partake in that.
We'll see how it works out. You know, sometimes you can get in trouble doing that. Other times it's just a lot of fun. And that's what we're shooting for, you know, just having a good time. That's what this time of the year is supposed to be about. You're supposed to remember the real reason why we celebrate Christmas and enjoy life, your friends, having a good time, maybe a cocktail or two.
That's
whatever it takes to make yourself happy. And don't forget, it's not really about you and me and the adults. It's about the kids and grandkids and stuff like that.
Yep. And for those who are who have faith, it's even more for them as well. So
absolutely
part of it. Parker Pursuits just popped in. I see Nubby's Catfish. What's going on, Nubby? I did say hello to Cindy, but hello again, Cindy. How you doing, dear? One thing I wanted to bring up today, Lyle.
Okay.
145 days until we meet up again, my friend.
Is that it?
That's it.
Sweet.
Hopefully that'll pass quick because I'm already going through boat withdrawal. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, you have yours out of storage by then?
Oh yeah, I should be on. I'll be on. I'll be well before that. Soon as the lakes and that ice is done for the year, I'll be out there.
When is your ice out for you?
Probably end of February's close. March for sure, sometime in March. We're not going to be chasing flathead, obviously, but we'll be able to chase whatever's swimming, and that's pretty much what I have kind of promised to do in the next year. So, I mean, I got that nice multi-species boat. Might as well fish for multi-species. So,
well, that's right. And I did see a video, and I can't remember for the life of me right now who it was, but someone in my area actually caught a flathead last week or this week. Last week, I think it was. And pretty cool to still be able to catch them.
I have mixed feelings. I have doubts, but then I know that there's always anomalies out there. Things happen that aren't supposed to happen all the time. Look at the president we got. Oh, did I say that out loud? But anyways, we got to. What do they do to you on Catfish Weekly? Reel it in.
We have to get Chad in here to help us out tonight. Jerry Parker says he's hitting the Missouri River Saturday in boat. That is awesome. Hey, nice. Hello, D. How are you doing? Good to see you. I was just going to say,
happy holidays, D, or Merry Christmas, and Merry Christmas, Chad. There's Lance and McCougai. Lance, I might go up there and do some burbot fishing. I was going to go this next week, but you know what, Lyle? Burbot fishing's pretty doable, and you can catch them. But I seem to gut hook them, and I really don't feel like cleaning them. They're such a pain.
I got that. I understand, but you did say they were pretty good eating.
They're pretty good eating. I'll eat them. But I hate cleaning them. I'm lazy when it comes to cleaning those things. It's like a wet sock over a snake. It's pretty bad.
Yep. Chad reminded me that it was him that caught the 2 flatheads over the weekend. He told me about them. I seen pictures of them. And you're right, Chadwick. I just couldn't remember. I'm sorry. But congratulations on that for December. 2 flatheads. That's pretty amazing. There's Matt with Want to Be Outdoors to join us. And my buddy Ray Smith. Welcome to the show, buddy. We're glad to see you in here tonight. Joe Buck has made it in as well. Yeah, Chad caught 2 flatheads. Now, they wasn't giant, but they're flatheads. It doesn't matter.
Well, it don't matter. One is an anomaly. One is luck. When you're catching 2, there's something going on. So
that's right.
I don't know what the water temperatures are there or how different it is on the Ohio River. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. Fishing. I'm not a marine biologist.
The thing is, it's the water temperature's got to be around 50 degrees. So everybody, as long as I can remember, always said you got to stop catching flatheads at 50 degrees. They stop by 50. That's not true. I know guys that has caught them in the low 40s. Now, does it happen to 43 degrees? There you go. Does it happen a lot? No, it doesn't. But they'll still eat until they go dormant. And the southern states like Alabama, Florida, places like that, they don't really go dormant. They catch them year-round down there. But the further north you go, the colder the water it is. Therefore, the more they slow down and go dormant. And up there where you're at, you probably got ice. So
we got ice in the channels on all the still water. Water temps were 33 degrees when I went out last Thursday. All the channel cats, they were biting. We got on a ton of them, but they were all, like I told you before, they were all skin hooked. So they were barely taking baits. We were missing more than we were catching, and we got a bunch of them. We were doing, anywhere between, 7 and 10 fish an hour, and we were out for like 5 hours. So we had a pretty productive day. We caught a whole bunch of them, but we lost twice as many just because the bite was so light.
Here's some cool information, Mark. Jerry Parker says 41 degrees on the Mississippi last Sunday, and Mike Greenwell says 48 degrees there in southern Indiana. 3 flatheads caught last week. That's some great information.
48 degrees is closer to 50, and if that's surface water temperature, I'm guessing if you're over a deep hole, that the water is always colder in deeper holes. At least it is everywhere I fish. A lot of the guys I know that fish the Great Lake, they have temperature probes on their downriggers, and they'll verify that too. So
they'll verify that it's even. If your water temperature is like 40 degrees, it'll be colder than that down deep.
No, it'll be warmer in the winter.
Yeah. Okay, I misunderstood what you said, but yeah, that makes sense to me because that's why they go deep. Is because at some point it switches and it's warmer down deep than it is closer to the surface.
And
I don't know when that is, but
I'm just assuming.
There's Steve Mosley in 205 Wild Action. There's Freddie.
To the person that just texted me, that's exactly what I was trying to say. So what kind of weather you got by you, Lyle? We're always talking about weather. It is the holidays. We want
It was over 60 degrees here today, Mark. It's going to be near 60 tomorrow, but it's got a chance of rain, which, by God, we need the rain. I'm not going to complain about that if we get it. And then it's going to cool off a little bit, and Saturday is going to be around 60 again.
We're getting up there next Sunday. They're looking at 56 degrees, 53 degrees and rain.
For you?
Christmas. Yeah, for us.
Wow, that's
Christmas
cool.
Day. It ain't going to be a white Christmas, that's for sure. But, Ryan Hall, y'all, is saying we're going to have a pretty fierce, even down by you, winter come January. So
that's what they say. It's still 48 degrees here now.
Yeah, it's 33 degrees here. It's chilly.
Yeah. Well, you're supposed to be colder than me.
Yeah, so it ain't too bad.
Yeah.
As long as we're not under like 2 feet of snow, I can't complain.
Mark, I've really been pumping it with some last minute stuff for people to get rods this year. It happens every year. I adjust to it. I had a printer that won't print. You have these things and they work for you for years and years and years, and then all of a sudden they don't. So I'm going to elaborate on this a little bit to tell you how my last week is kind of went. Cindy and I drove to a nearby town because our little Walmart has like one printer choice in the whole friggin' store. So we drove to Marshfield. I had a whole bunch of them down there. And I told the lady what I needed, young girl, very helpful, what I was looking for. And I thought there was 2 different ones that I wanted. And she got on her phone, went to the website of the manufacturer. I didn't even know they could do that. And typed in what I was asking the lady, whoever done it. Yeah, that's exactly the machine that he wants. So I get this thing, come home, spend hours getting it set up because it's got toner and all blah, 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 all the crap I don't know nothing about. I get this thing set up and printed out, and I do 6 for some rods I'm building. I go out there, put them on, and it's opaque. You see right through them. I built one for Jeremy, put it on his rod. You can see right through. Just useless.
So did you have the wrong paper on there or something?
No, it's decal paper like it goes on model cars. Water slide stuff's what I use. Mm-hmm. A lot of people use the stuff that has an adhesive back, which works really well. The problem is it's so thick you end up having to put 4 or 5 coats of finish to level that out because it's like 2 millimeters or 3 millimeters thick where water slide stuff is really, really thin. So
yeah, it's like tissue paper. Once you get it on there.
You just wet it and with some warm water in about 30 seconds, it's good to go. So I got a hold of a lady that told me she could make them. Told her I wanted them. Never heard back from her. So I went to a place here in town. Now this is all last week. And I told this lady, I said, "Here's what I need. Can you do it?" "Sure, I can do them." So I can have it for you tomorrow afternoon. That was on a Wednesday. Friday, she gets a hold of me and she said, "How about this and this and this?" I said, "So they're not done yet?" Oh no. Well, come Saturday morning, I'm running out of time. So I ended up going and buying that printer, and then it didn't work. So anyhow, I screwed around and got them made, and I put them on Jeremy's rod. I'm not very happy with them, but if the sun shines tomorrow, I'll know more about what I got with that. The others finally got that all done, and that order was finished up. And I contacted a really good friend of mine, her husband not so much, but Katie Dockery does a lot of printing stuff about a printer that Cindy had found online that does a whole bunch of stuff, and I know people that use those and they get with great success. So in the morning, we're ordering one of them. We'll see how that works out. But it's just been a cluster trying to get everything done. That's what I'm ordering, Freddie. That's exactly what it is. And I'm going to order they had the new model, which is an inexpensive model on sale for reasonable. But I'm going to go ahead and get the good one because even though I don't do as many as I used to, when it leaves my hands, I want it to be perfect, and it's really hard for me to send one out if I don't feel it is. And now that I can't get them to print right, I just got to make them right, And it's not that I want to do a bunch more because I'm honest to God slowing down, and but there's some people that you just There's one going out to a guy next month for a birthday gift that is going to be kind of special, and it's really turned out really pretty. Sent pictures to his wife today, and I think he'll like it. And we'll see, But I want him to be good and everybody be happy. There's something about somebody that gets something they really, really like, and when you get that message back that they think, "Oh my God, it's great," that's a feel good thing for me. It's kind of like catching somebody catches a fish on one of the rods, and I know anybody that sells rod can attest to this. When you get a picture of somebody caught a giant fish, and it doesn't even have to be a giant, it can be the biggest one they ever caught. It might be 5 pounds. But if they send you a story and a picture of that fish, that's a feel good deal. I mean, you can't beat it.
Something about seeing them with that fish and that smile on their face that warms your heart, especially if you know they're using your stuff. So
that's right. That's exactly right. But yeah, I have all kinds of tricks for printing. My birthday was this month. Who am I getting?
Mine was too, Chad. Take it easy there.
I got all kinds of tricks and stuff that I use on printers and different things to make decals come out like they're supposed to. But sometimes you just can't make them look like you want them, and I really have a hard time like that. And I usually tell the people, this is what it is. Here's where we're at now. We'll start over on this part of it and do it a different way if that's what you want. But there comes a time you just can't. That's right, Freddie. That's right. There's nothing.
Freddie says, exactly, Lyle. Makes you feel like a proud papa, knowing your gear you either designed or made works for your customers. Yep. It makes it worth all to me.
Yep, I agree. There's just something about
think
it.
Freddie just called himself Chad's papa. Or Brian's papa. I don't know how to
Yeah, I don't know. Brian's liable to turn both of them over his knee tomorrow night. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Matt said he got a 7-pound brown trout. Wow. On a fly rag rod. That must be the one I was building. That's cool.
Welcome, Kentucky Redneck Outdoors. He says, my birthday is Sunday. Well, happy early birthday to you, bro.
Absolutely. Freddie said he did.
Parker says, negative, Chadwick. I am the number one son.
Hi, Melissa. How are you?
Hi, Melissa. Merry Christmas.
Hope you and Steve are doing well.
And it looks like Jerry got timed out by Chad.
Just to let everybody know, Jerry Parker will be on Catfish Weekly the 8th, I believe.
You guys doing a sturgeon show?
No.
Okay.
Well, we might talk about it. I don't know what. I don't care. Jerry Parker has really been putting some fish on the bank here lately. Now, I know he's going out in the boat.
Well, he's been doing it forever. Like
yeah, but he's been real consistent this fall. I mean, every time he goes out.
In one of our group chats, we're talking about him having a horseshoe somewhere on his body.
Or in it?
Yeah, well, I had to change that. I did kind of. Thanks for clarifying that. But yeah, he's a hell of an angler. He's always on the big fish.
Mark is an elf that can fire elves. Oh.
Shop manager, I guess that would be called.
Chad says he's canceling Parker for the 8th. Well, I don't know. I've already got him wrote down, so we kind of got to go. I'm not good about deleting stuff. You know what I mean? And we got Northeast Missouri Angler coming up the 3rd here.
The 3rd, I'm looking forward to seeing Dennis, right?
Dennis, absolutely. It'd be a lot of fun. We always have a good time with Dennis. He's been catching a lot of crappie and some really big catfish up around Mark Twain Lake area. I don't know if the catfish come from the lake or the Salt River, or he's real close to the Mississippi too. But I'm assuming they was on March Wayne. But he's been tearing up the crappie, and that is what we'll be talking about on the 3rd.
We'll probably be talking about that. And he makes some tackle and stuff himself as well. We'll talk a little bit about his channel, try and get him some subs. I understand from what you told me, he's trying to get up to 1K. So we're going to do
He is like 70, I believe, around 70 subscribers away from the magic number of 1,000. And Dennis has been doing this for quite a while. He done a restoration on his boat through the fall, late summer and fall this year, and done a massive amount of work. If you want to see some really interesting video, go check out Northeast Missouri.
Yeah, we'll probably talk about some of that too, because I did watch some of those videos as
There's
well.
Eric Massey.
What's going on, Eric? How you doing, bud?
JG Hill.
JG Hill says Chad is still grumpy.
Really? I thought he was the same. Oh, man.
Chad says he's getting less grumpy. I agree with that. Ever since he got that new boat, he's been a lot happier.
Yeah.
And then his day job put a stop to that.
I think that Chad needs to name his boat and do a christening for it.
I already christened his boat for him.
Oh. I thought Dockery was grumpy. Chad gets to be Doc.
Okay, I think that's probably one of the videos that Josh put together from last year, if I remember correctly. I don't remember who was in that. No, I was.
Oh, man.
I'm usually sleepy, so we can go for that.
I got you, man. 7 dwarf fly. I understood. I got it.
Holiday fishing, Lyle. Maybe we should talk a little bit about that. What do you think, bud?
Hey, you know what? 60-degree weather, it doesn't matter if it's December, January, February. If it's 60 degrees and you get a chance to go fishing, you need to make it happen, because how many 60-degree days are any of us going to have unless we're real far south?
I thought about going. All right. I love the holidays. I don't like the consumerism of the holidays as far as like going downtown to fish for perch. So that's out of the question. I might do a little bank fishing here on Saturday or Sunday, probably Sunday. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we'll do. I'll do a little bank hopping with some jerk baits and see if I can't find a walleye or something. I got an idea of where to go. So maybe even at night, because the night bite's been pretty hot here too. So we'll see how that goes. But normally, usually the day after Thanksgiving is a day I'll either fish or put up Christmas decorations. The day before Thanksgiving's always, it has been that turkey testicle festival, but for Christmas, pretty much I kind of keep close to the house. So I ain't gonna joke about that. Not even gonna kid around about that. How are you gonna try and get out this weekend, Lyle?
I'd like to. Again, we're going to have like 70 or 60-degree weather Saturday. If everything goes right, I'm going to try to do that. If the weather's nice Christmas Day, I'm not. My brother and I, for years, had a tradition. On Christmas Day, we would go rabbit hunting. We did it when my dad was alive. He wanted to go quail hunting. He was quite the quail hunter. I never was a big quail hunter. There wasn't enough on them things to eat. Shit, give me a rabbit. I want a meal. You know what I mean? But he loved quail hunting, and we done that. Saturday, if I can make it, I would love to go fishing Saturday. And like I say, if the weather's good Monday, be a great day to get out and go catch a few. Because most people will be doing the Christmas thing, and I might be able to sneak over to that dock on Palm de Terre because I know they're in there. The people catch them off that dock every day. So,
well, I look forward to a picture of a basket full of fish coming from you.
Well, we'll see how that works out. I have a box full of new jigs to try out, and I'm anxious to try them out. And thank you again for that. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome, of course. Like I said, I've been meaning to get out in a garage and actually start making some for myself. I just sent out the last of the ones that when people find out you're doing that stuff, everybody and their brother wanted them. So I had a couple of people that actually bought some from me. Not that I'm selling them or anything, but it's kind of hard to turn it down, just like you with those.
That's right.
With those rods. So
yep, that's exactly right. And like I say, if my last rod is for several people that I've done so much for over the years, the last, if that they want it to be the last one, it would be that way for those people. What do you call it when Doctor weighs a microwave? That's pretty good, Jerry. Pretty good. Dee says that's her new favorite joke. I don't know. Where's our one with Christmas video? Where's that at, Mark?
Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Christmas.
I think, here we go.
Gotta tell you, I'm looking forward. I'm looking to see if I got emojis coming in.
I totally forgot about that video.
I have too, and I don't know how that happened.
I totally forgot about that. Good stuff. We joke around and stuff, but we do wish everybody had a Merry Christmas. I see Josh is over there poking fun at James too.
Really?
I'll let you highlight that one if you want.
Oh, I'll get it in just a second.
Okay.
Matt, I do have some here. I just haven't. I've been getting other stuff done right now, but I do have some. Just let me know what you're looking for. Let me see where I got to go find that.
What you looking for?
Whatever it is you was talking about.
Oh, here.
Chad, getting on him. Oh, Josh. I don't know how they do either, Josh. Oh, man. There's another Dockery video in that list. One of them get me in trouble. I get messages from.
Yeah, I'm very careful about what I'm clicking when I come into this show. Somebody in chat has access to all those files. I click on the wrong one and get us in trouble.
There's one that we play every once in a while. That every time we play it, I get a message from YouTube not to do it anymore.
Like, stop that.
Yeah.
205 Wild Action says, "Can we be nice to Dockery since it's Christmas?"
We could.
We sure could. Anybody out there in chat going Christmas fishing this weekend? What are your plans? We'll talk about it a little bit.
Hey, you know what? I bet Chad goes this weekend. I know that him and his buddy went out last weekend. And after the week he had, I think he just wanted away from the world. He had a tough one last week.
14-hour days. He fell off the map.
Oh my God.
He even canceled the show. Here's a little story. I was tired. I had a long day on Thursday, and I always stay up to watch Chad's show 100%. I always try to make sure that I show up there, show support for my buddy. And when I saw the show was canceled, I was kind of pissed because I'm like, I could have been napping if I'd known. Ain't gonna lie, but I stayed up to see his show. So there's some points in that. So
Matt says he's crimping rigs. I have a crimper set right here. I do that a lot for certain ones. Others I don't want to. Give Dockery a hug. That's a great idea if you can bend over far enough to do it.
Melissa says, "Y'all stinkers. Merry Christmas to James Dockery and family."
You'll appreciate that.
922 Crappie Barbecue says, "Sunday going to be fishing snow out, rain." Okay, snow and rain maybe on Sunday, so hopefully you'll get on some fish.
Yeah.
Freddie says it was Chad's fault we didn't have a show last week. He was pouting about working 4 hours. Lyle, he could have asked us and we could have guest hosted it for him.
We could have done him like James and I done for you.
Yep. I think that's probably why he didn't ask us.
Oh, I would have been nothing but nice to him. Of course, we'd have had Freddie and Brian in there.
Oh, 100%. They'd have been all on board, I have a feeling.
Well, they could have done the show and invited us in there.
That could have happened too.
I see no reason why it couldn't have been. We would have been also supportive of Chad.
We always are.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's how you throw your back out giving Dockery a
James, I got nothing to do with any of that. The natives are restless.
JG says temperatures have been in the 20s at night for 3 days. Would be interesting on fish movement. Yeah. I promise you they'll be deeper after that than they was before that started. I bet
unless
you.
the sun's
shining out. Yeah. Then they'll go up in the shallows.
Yep, shallow bays if the sun's been not shining. And right around 11 o'clock is where I like to look, at least for channel cats. I do.
Freddie says Brian was crying last week too. Something about he peed the bed the night before and had family coming over to clean it. This is going kind of off tonight a little bit.
Jeep Fish is asking favorite cold water scents or no scent. I always use a garlic or a waxworm gel on the baits, or what are they called? The Berkeley Nuggets. What are those? What are those little marshmallows called that you put on your crappie jigs?
I can't think of the name of them right now. I've got some out in my bag out in the garage. Damn, if Betty Jean was in here, she used them all the time.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
Nibbles.
Nibbles, that's it. Crappie nibbles.
Crappie nibbles. I've been meaning to ask you because I know you've got some of the smelly jelly, and I know that you've got some of that, and I was been meaning to find out what you think of that and if it has helped you or not, and how much of it you've used.
I've used 2 jars of it this year, or in the last year and a half. It lasts for a long time. I like it. I think it works pretty good. The waxworm scent, I get a lot more bluegills on there than I do the garlic. The garlic seems to work pretty well for crappie. I just, got tired of having to put new nibbles on my baits all the time. Them always falling off. But they work if you're willing to do that. They sell those crappie, those nibble pens too. Those are pretty cool. I've seen some people have some interest in those.
I don't know what that is. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
It's the size of a pen, and you stack the crappie nibbles in there, and you put the hook through the bottom and you pull one out. So it stacks them up and they fall down in them. Whether or not they work, I don't know. We'll find out. So
you still got to get that smelly little booger on your fingers.
You do. And I also, those smelly little boogers, they get pushed in a carpet and they're a pain in the butt to get out of a boat. Even on a vinyl floor, because a vinyl floor in these boats, they got kind of a finish.
Rough.
If you step on one and it dries, it's not as hard as carpet, but it's still kind of bad. So Jerry says the Berkeley Gulp minnows work pretty good in cold water. They always work.
They seem to be pretty good bait. I something else that works all the time is just a regular old minnow. They just work. In the wintertime though, I'm sure this is true for your area because it's true for my area. A lot of places don't keep minnows in the wintertime because of where they have their bait tanks, they freeze and different things, and they empty them. But now we do have stores here around some of the lakes that have their bait tanks for minnows inside where they don't freeze, and they usually keep them stocked in the wintertime because there's a lot of people who fish here in the winter. It's not that we don't get ice, but we don't get it very often, and when we do, it don't last very long.
Yeah, the ice fishing guys use more minnows than the summer fishing guys around here, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, they use a lot of minnows and a lot of big shiners for their tip ups and stuff. So they still stock bait at the bait shops. There's a couple of gas stations that I usually buy minnows from off hours. Like I meant to get out to the bait shop Sunday and I couldn't get out there. I went and did the Salvation Army thing. I rang the bell, and by the time that was done, the bait shop closed. So I head over to those gas station, and they quit carrying minnows. They said they're done for the year until the spring comes around. So,
Yeah.
So that kind of didn't happen. We got Jeff Beal and Josh talking about WD-40. Which one? There are 50 of them to choose from.
You know, Mark, WD-40 originally was made out of, I believe it was whale fat that was melted down along with other stuff. It wasn't 100% that, but that was one of the reasons I think why people thought that it would be good. I don't know if it still is or not, but I know a lot of people that spray it on baits and claim great success.
You ever hear that? I got to slow down to say this word. Anise?
Anise? Yeah.
No, what was that? Anise. So close to another word.
Yeah.
The oil. I put a drop of that in all my plastics in the winter, especially a lot. And then in the spring in my ice fishing baits when I used to ice fish a lot more, or when I ice fished at all. But that stuff works pretty good for storage. And that stuff, it's got, if I remember right, it's got like a licorice scent, right?
Yes, and it supposedly had the odor of something to do with spawning fish. Well, that's true or not, I don't know. I never smelled a spawning fish that I'm aware of. You know, I'm not like Dieter. I don't get into that weird stuff.
Josh says wax worms work good in the winter. Wax, yes, they do. They just have to keep them in your mouth so they don't freeze. My pops tried that trick on me once. You know, your pocket will work too. That'll work too from keeping them from getting much. Yeah, and wax worms, if you guys ever like got or crushed one or whatever, they stink pretty good. So you can even tip your baits with that. So
Danny Stone says anise oil tastes like licorice, nasty. And if I remember right, it's like the black licorice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Chadwick. Shame on you. And you want why he's on all the time.
At least he must be feeling better because he's actually partaking a little bit in the conversation out there in chat.
Oh, brotherly love. Brotherly love. Mark, I want to refresh this because if all we got 6 thumbs up, we're doing something wrong.
I'm getting
27.
Right
27. We got the 48 watching. We could sure use a thumbs up or two. If you haven't subscribed to Panfish Nation, please consider that. And if you really like what we do, you can join the group down below. There's a link in the description.
You know, Josh brings up a valid point. He was saying, smell your hands after handling bluegill. Bluegill have a scent similar to anise oil, that
Really?
blackerish smell. And, you know, I've seen, I've been watching SK for the longest time. I mean, way, way, way back when I first started watching crappie videos on YouTube. And he always had that habit of rubbing his jig on a crappie after he catches it or a bluegill. And I started doing that, and that helps just as well. So get a little yeah, it really does. And that could explain it why anise oil works if it smells like, you know, fish slime.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Downtown, Ernie Brown. Merry Christmas, my friend. Glad to see you in chat tonight. Hope you and Chrissy are doing well. Think about you guys all the time. Ernie, it talks about food a lot. I'm not sure he's not a distant relative or something.
I don't know about that. He talks about that hot dog gravy, which has really got me wondering.
Yeah, that's kind of strange a little bit.
Hi, Chrissy.
Always melt like copper pennies. Yeah, I could go for that. They do. Hi, Chrissy. How you doing, kiddo? They do have an odor. And I'd say it's closer to copper pennies than anything else. But are wax worms the same as maggots? I don't think so.
I think they are. They're fly larvae.
Well, then they are then, because
Yeah.
that's what a maggot is.
It's where you live and what they want, how they want to market it. It's fly larvae.
I think
So
I told you that for years the small mart here that I have only had night crawlers. They didn't have anything else. Now they have red worms, and they have the kind that are in the refrigerator and the kind that don't have to be refrigerated. Both. Don't know why it's like that, but don't care. At least I have access to them. And now they do have wax worms, and this is the first year that I've ever seen wax worms in our store. So I'll probably get some of those, pick them up, try them for us. We go out for our next little adventure on Panfish. And to tell you the truth, Mark, we need rain bad, but we still have some flow in the Niagara River. It might be time to make a little trip out there and see if I can catch a couple gills out there.
Josh says waxworms are moth larvae. I've left packages of waxworms, waxies in my ice fishing shed to come back to hatched flies. That's all I know, Josh. They sell butterworms here, which look like oversized waxworms, and they sell something called spikes, which they dye different colors. So who knows what they're using? They could just be naming them and using whatever's available. That could be too. But more than once, I've hatched a package of them into flies. So
Ernie said he used a cane a little today. If all goes well, he might be walking by Christmas. Man, that's great news, buddy.
yeah, I saw him talking about taking 4 steps without his walker the other day. I was proud of him.
Man, that's outstanding.
Fish Heads Videos, what's going on? Merry Christmas. Welcome.
Glad to see you in here tonight. There is so much stuff going on right now with people and in the holiday season, but Chrissy not feeling good. She'd been in the hospital, and Ernie had a replacement. And those two have really been fighting it the last year or so. And if you guys don't mind, please keep them in your thoughts and prayers. There's not any finer people anywhere than Chrissy and Ernie. And we want them to get healed back up and get to feeling better and get back to normal values of things.
Yeah, and Dustin from Snag and Whiskers, he had an unfortunate accident last week after their show late Friday night, which was odd because I was talking to him while he was waiting online on his show while he was waiting for the tow truck driver, and he ended it when the tow truck driver showed up, and it turns out that the accident happened right after that. So
wow,
that was bad timing.
Yes, again, just another part of our community that needs thoughts and prayers. So please keep him in mind.
Yep.
Buck Williams says, pro tip, use an old snuff can with holes in it. Put your wax worms in that. The plastic things they come in break too easy. That's a great idea. Great idea.
Always keep your, and I just wanted to finish about Dustin is always keep your head on a swivel, folks. I mean, he was pulled off on the road, and he had nowhere to go, and it could have been worse than it was, even though it was pretty bad. So keep safe out there, folks, and when you're out there, especially traveling during the holiday season, be Absolutely. As safe as you possibly can, because they're crazy out there this time of year.
Well, and everybody's in a rush to go someplace or get somewhere or get home, whichever the case may be. So a lot of them probably been driving way too long, should have pulled over for a little break and haven't. And, it's just craziness that happens this time of the year. So just lay back a little bit, slow down, enjoy life, and see what happens. That's a great tip, though.
That's right, 205, definitely. You can always order like a bait puck too. They sell those for waxworms and butterworms and spikes, and they're like a double-walled hockey puck size container that you screw on. They keep from freezing there too. So,
truer statement never been made. Put down the cell phone. That's exactly right. There's nothing I enjoy anymore than catching somebody texting, going down the road, and pull right up beside them and get as close to them as I can and lay on the horn and watch them try to crash themselves. That they should lose their license for the rest of their entire life for doing that. Most dangerous thing you can do. because they're all over the road. If you're behind them and they're all over the road, you know what they're doing. They're either drunk or they're texting. One of the two.
Josh has got to read that. Well,
be sure and watch the sides of the roads this weekend. Lots of folks traveling, and some are driving Chevys, Toyotas, Dodges. You smart ass. Yeah, it's all right. I'd rather drive my Ford than push them Chevy, Dodges, and Toyotas. I promise you.
Josh, you need to install some violin music to play here whenever he gets on these rants. I bet you'll be there next time I come in here.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. Oh my God.
So what's exciting going on YouTube, Lau? What have you come across this week? I haven't been exposing myself to too much of it, so
I hope you're not exposing yourself.
Well, my wife was out of town for a few days. There might been some of that involved.
I haven't had the time actually to watch a ton of it. I've been trying to get everything done up that I said I was going to, and really been trying hard to get everything done. And there's a lot of things that I have probably missed on YouTube. But Eric Massey had a really good video the other day. Eric is one of the more honest guys that does videos and lives and stuff. I was quite intrigued with the fact that he tied 2 jigs. One of them he didn't like, so he threw it away. And the other one was very nice. And I held that other no catch fish. There ain't no doubt about it. But, it made for a nice thumbnail. And I am to the point where I never thought that I would be. But if you see a thumbnail that you like and it catches your eye for whatever reason, you probably watch that video. You might not watch it all, but you're going to click on it, and that's a view. And people make money in YouTube on views. That's the only thing that you need to worry about. It doesn't matter how many subscribers you got. They're nice to have. And it doesn't matter how many likes you got. They're nice to have. But if you get a view and you get enough views, you'll get the rest of them. It'll fall in place. And that's how it works.
As Chunky Pursuits, he gets all sorts of views still on that video.
Oh, Chunky Pursuits. That's right.
Sean Outdoor says, I think I'm going to call into work tomorrow and tell him I got what is it?
I think it's anal glaucoma. Is that not right? Oh, come on now. It's Christmas.
What's up, Shanti? Merry Christmas, buddy. Hey, a 2024 Ford is giving a puppy and a new pair of runners with every purchase, the puppy, so you don't have to walk home. There he is. I knew I'd get him to talk.
I thought maybe he had clicked off, but I guess he's still in.
You got to keep him in check. You got to make sure they hang around. That's how Chad keeps people on his show.
Well, that Dockery is coming home from fishing. Katie's driving. I haven't got any emojis, and believe me, I've tried to get one tonight.
Or he could be teaching a class over there too. You never know.
Well, it's hard to say, but I know he was fishing earlier. But he fishes all the time.
Jeff Beal says, Mark, after the show, are you going back on the shelf? I think after the show, I'm going to go over to the shelf over here and grab something off there. Lyle knows what I'm talking about.
I do. There's some wild comments tonight.
We're not going to read that one, but I highlighted it.
Pass on that. It's okay.
What's up, Jeep?
Oh, man. Oh, goodness.
Waiting for the bidet comments.
I'm sure they're coming. Katie bought James a Happy Meal for the ride home. He's right behind booster seat.
One of these days, James is going to make the news.
He's going to come unglued on somebody.
I'm telling you.
Josh, that's the best one of the night. I got to give it to you. That's pretty good. I'm going to be riding that booster seat for a long time. I feel it coming. Oh,
for
man.
those of you wondering, this could be a preview for Monday night's Catfish Weekly show.
It could be. Just remember Monday night. Well, probably all of us will be in there on Monday night. It'll be a free-for-all. It's going to be a lot of fun. And there'll be links available for everybody that wants to come up on Catfish Weekly and join us and visit with us. Depending on how much time, how long we stay on there, how many people's in there, it'll be a lot of fun. And, of course, I know that Chad and Josh will be there. I assume Mark's going to come in there with us. You never know. Dockery might get on his booster chair, come in there and sit with us for a little while. But we encourage you guys to join us. It'll be a lot of fun, and we'll talk about things in the past and things in the future and what's going on. It's going to be Christmas Day. For those of you that have family and are having dinners and opening gifts and things, good luck with that. You all have a great time doing it. So many of do that in the morning, and then they sit around at night and don't have nothing to do. And that's where we come in. So we'll be there. But if we don't have if there's not a lot of people in there, we probably won't stay very long. But if there is, you just never know.
Chad says, wait, Josh and I have to be on Monday too?
No, you don't have to be. You don't have to be. Freddie says he's looking forward to Monday night. He's even got an outfit to wear. Freddie, I hope it's not a birthday suit. I really do.
Justin, so Chad and I don't get Christmas off? Chad, feel like calling the Teamsters? Oh, they're unionizing on you.
It's okay. I'll just close it down, open it back up non-union. I know how to handle that.
JG's asking, is this open mic? I believe it is on Monday. Kind of, yeah.
Kind of like that.
More like the Gong Show. You're going to have people out there.
Just remember, the panel will have a delete button. So, oh man, it'll be a lot of fun. If you guys wanted to stop in there, it'll probably be kind of like tonight.
Pretty much.
At least that's what I'm anticipating. But we always have a good time.
This is a practice run for Monday night.
Yeah, and what is it? The next week is New Year's, and I think doesn't Josh do something on New Year's usually?
Yeah, Josh is having an open mic night on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, so special times on the way, ladies and gentlemen. Special times on the way.
JG says he'll wear his favorite ugly Christmas sweater.
His favorite what?
Ugly Christmas sweater.
Oh wow! I hope it's Griswold style. How's that?
What's full? Nothing. Somebody I was talking to today was watching that today. What is it? Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, I seen Betty and Brandon was watching it earlier.
Yep.
Yeah. Josh says he will have that.
He says, give the good old emoji to 2023. Josh, I think 2024, we're in for double emojis to give next year.
Yeah, probably so. Baldwin Bash, New Year's Eve at Baldwin Lake, open invitation. I wished it wasn't so far. I would surely make that. That's a fun place to fish. There's not a bunch of giant fish in there, but there's a lot of fish in there, and you can have your way with them if they're on biting. And they bite just about all the time because it's a warm water discharge lake.
I think they're doing a boat bash this year, too, if I heard correctly, right?
Well, that's the only way I would want to do it. Yeah, I think so. Especially if the weather temperature stays like this, it won't be bad at all. I mean, put a heavy jacket on or something and go at it. It'll be, it'll be fun.
Take all the eater blue cats you can home at that place, right?
Yeah, and it's full of them. It's sort of like Lake of the Ozarks and Truman and all these are so overpopulated with undersized fish. The limit is 5 or 10. It's 10 on blue cats. You can keep 10 unders. Wow. 2 overs if you want 2 overs, but you can only have 10 maximum. But I'm telling you right now, you want to clean fish, 10 under fish, 28, that's a lot of cleaning. But I'd much rather clean them than a 34. They're just like wallering a pig around. They're hard to clean them big fish. The little ones, not so much.
I don't know what J.G. Hill means about that. I think he's making a pass at Josh.
I think he is.
Maybe Jerry can tell us what the bag limit is on bass over there, because I know there's a lot of bass over there too.
Does this mean that Dee and Chad are going to ball?
I think it does.
I hope that somebody goes live down there. That should be a lot of fun.
It warms
if somebody's going live, let us know so we know what channel to be tuned into.
It warms my heart to know Chad will be in Illinois.
Oh my.
Because that's his favorite state.
I feel a meme coming on with that. Hi, Mike Sampson. Mike Sampson was first in chat today. Actually, yesterday. Parker says, bring gear for hybrid striper bite has been good at Baldwin. There you go.
You want to read that one for me, Lyle?
No.
Okay.
Two largemouth, 18 inches for some hybrids. Nice. Josh is on fire. Must be coming off the meds, feeling good. Well, he sounds a lot better than he did. He was a little rough around the edges for about a week and a half or so.
Yeah, there's something going around. Me and the missus had it. I had it for 2 weeks, and then she had it for 2 weeks after that. Josh was sick.
Yeah.
My whole sister's family is sick. They're not coming to Christmas.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if that's a blessing or I should be upset. I don't know yet, Lyle. I'm still trying to decide.
I understand. Believe me, I do. We're going to stay home.
I would like that, but that's not going to happen.
We, our kids are coming in the week after Christmas for whatever reason. I haven't quite figured it out. I don't care. We went to Cindy's family stuff here a week or two ago and got all that out of the way. And probably just go out somewhere to eat if there's anything open. If not, I'll fire up the smoker.
Danny says there's going to be a lot of people on the live in different boats. I will have a lot of bank fishermen. I will be with them. Danny's trying to keep people off the bank then.
Yeah.
Oh, Parker.
I've been watching a family down south somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where. That's been doing a lot of jug fishing with hot dogs. The guy goes out with his wife and son. They have daughters, but I don't think they're too much into fishing. They go out and catch them on jugs, and then they'll cook some up on the bank and take the rest of them home and clean them and feed their family with them. And for some reason, their name has run off and left me right now. But I will get that. It's a fun, feel-good show with a bunch of family values. Hello there, Mr. Real-Time Catfishing. Good to see you, buddy.
How you doing, Mr. Parker?
It's a great show. They're just starting out, but they're doing wonderful things, and they don't catch anything big or haven't. that I've seen, all eating size fish. And like I say, it's a very family friendly, good to watch, very entertaining show. I'll get the name of it and have it for us later.
When we were out fishing here just the last week with my buddy, we're planning to try jug fishing this year. So I'm looking forward to that. I've never done it, so maybe over the winter I'll make some jug lines and get them set up. And maybe I'll make a video about that. But
I know a guy that's got a video out about them. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
Weekend Angler.
Ooh, I'll have to check his channel out.
Yeah, he's got some other pretty good videos too.
He's got like a video for everything.
He does. I send him suggestions every once in a while, but I don't think he likes my suggestions. He never does. What do they call them? Disrespectful sons.
Maybe you should call him Colorado.
Oh, no, I don't want to make you mad.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Back to our prior conversation. So, Lau, what else you got for us, bud?
I don't have anything for us tonight. I have had a wonderful time. We've had a lot of laughs tonight, and it is Christmas, so everybody should be happy. And we've all been happy tonight. We've had a great time. We teased Josh and Chad a little bit. We made fun of Dockery, which we do that every week. So that's nothing new. But we have really enjoyed everyone being in here to share our Christmas fishing show with us. And we hope that you'll join us for another season in 2024. Mark and I will try to put on some great content for you. Be looking for some live stuff to come next year. We were planning on getting some of that in here, and hopefully you guys can join us on some of our adventures. That's all I got, Mark.
I got one last thing before we go. Well, first, I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody.
Absolutely.
Hopefully you're having even a better New Year's. We'll see you before then, but I want to make sure I say that too. Spend it with your family if you can. If you know somebody who can't, reach out to them, show them some kindness. And that's pretty much it. The one last thing I wanted to say is this to the state of Colorado, you suck. Anyways.
100% agree with you.
That's all I'm going to say.
All right, Mark. Thanks for a great show tonight, my friend. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Later, everybody.